beyond ChatGPT. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I had a video and podcast that went out a few weeks ago having to do with ChatGPT and the whole AI movement and a lot of the trend chasing that's happening around it. So many people get involved in it because so many people have been involved in it. People are doing it just because everybody else is doing it. I mean, this is how all trends start, at least. And the real question is whether it continues that way or not. You can say yes or maybe no, but AI is here to stay for sure. There's how exactly it's going to be used is anybody's guess. But there's clearly some things that my friends have told me about that is pretty amazing, pretty mind-blowing what it can do. And if you just go on and you play around with ChatGPT that's currently out there, you could do some interesting things with it. I hadn't found anything all that useful for my direction, but I hadn't looked at all the different options too. Supposedly there's a whole lot of different formats that you can play with out there, and I haven't even gotten to touch it, but some of the stuff that I've heard about is amazing. I spoke with Jack, who's a viewer, and he was telling me about all the amazing things that it can do, and really showing where it's going to go from here and why people are saying it's going to replace Google. AI will be replacing Google, I believe. I believe it will probably be replacing all search engines the way we see it. I think the entire landscape of the internet will change within the next 5 years. It only makes sense that this is where it's going. This technology's been around for a while. The amazing thing is that it took this long, like my friend Jack was saying, it took this long to actually break out and become something that is much more mainstream, and it's only the very, very, very beginning. I think I'll be able to look back on this. If you're watching or listening to this in the future, you already know what's happened. And there's good things and bad things that come with that. One thing that will definitely happen is the way that we experience the internet will be changed forever, because if you can have a custom experience that is built from the bottom up, where whatever the AI engine is, if it knows you and knows a lot of your desires and wants before you do, or before you could even quantify it, that's pretty amazing stuff. It's not stuff that's out of the ordinary. They've been able to take people and divide them up into sections, and by your personality. We've discussed on here personality theory, your conation, but all the way down to your genetics and everything else. It determines which direction you'll choose. So many of the things that you see as being absolute free will and in the moment decisions are actually things that can be predicted. They really are. So much of what we do as humans is completely predictable. And if you know anybody that is really a huge study in human psychology and it works with tons of people, they will tell you that people are predictable. Imagine if you were able to take that, a lot of that knowledge, put it into an AI engine, and have it basically work to feed your every need, every desire. It's scary on one hand. On the other hand, it's somewhat inevitable, and I don't see much ways around it. But I'll tell you the question I had for Jack, and I'll pose the same question to you. What isn't going to change? So there's this quote from Jeff Bezos where they were asking him, well, I don't remember the question, but he basically said he gets asked a lot, what are things going to be like? What are the big changes that are going to happen in the next 10 to 20 years? And he says, it's more important to ask what isn't going to change, because you can build a system and a business off of what isn't going to change better than you can what is going to change. And so the same question I asked you, what isn't going to change? What are things that AI will not be able to duplicate? And therefore, the fact that it will be more prevalent and more around our entire life, what will that make less, what will it make more valuable? What will be more scarce because of that? And I say it's humanity. It's humanity. It's the things about humans that you cannot guess. The things about humans that you cannot break down into a formula, a calculation, an algorithm. You know, the creativity that humans have, the flaws that humans have, the human experience, the one-on-one experience, the things that we realized we were missing when we were in a lockdown world during the COVID-19 pandemic. Those are the things that will become more valuable. So your humanity, your personality, your quirks, that will not be less valuable in the future. It'll be more valuable. And I think the people that are able to break through the net that AI is going to cast on us, the people who can get around that are going to be the ones that truly have control over their future and destiny as we move ahead. That's just a little prediction from me, and I'm not the one that completely made that up. It was something that entered my mind, and then my friend Jack said the same thing. Basically, it's the creativity of humanity that is going to be valuable and irreplaceable. So keep your eyes open for that as we move ahead. This is going to be some very interesting times, and there's going to be some outrageous things that come out about it. My main advice is don't freak out. You can't control a whole lot of what's going to happen, and no matter who you are. I mean, I think some of the largest names and largest faces in the world don't know what to do about this or how to control it. If you ever hear Elon Musk talk about it, he doesn't know exactly what to do or how to do it or what exactly is going to happen, and has posted a lot of fears about AI and what it can do, which is why he brings up his brain link things and all this other stuff to try and combat the centralized control that AI might present. So that's all I got for today. Sweet dreams on that. But no, there's good and there's bad that comes with every new technology. Keep your eyes open on the things that are not going to change, and I think you'll see where the bright side is on everything. So have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow. Go check out my training on content marketing, because content marketing is never going to go away, because that's part of that creative human side of things. And marketing itself cannot go away, but it's going to change completely from what you're looking at right now. See if it's right for you. Content marketing in general. See if it's right for you. Go to contentmarketingquestion.com. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.